All right, and with that three-pointer, we are live. All right, tonight we have the Greenwood Gators visiting the Warren East Raiders, our first ever road stream. And that's two straight wide open three-pointers for Thomas Maxey to start the game. That's not what we want to do.
It's actually a Dante Barber.
Oh. Thomas Maxey's number 5, yes.
Yeah.
Barber was the one who was cooking from deep last game, though. Surprised they didn't have that circled on this game to guard him. Ooh, nice little layup there by Jack Roberts. This is actually the return homecoming match, as Warren East is having their homecoming night tonight. This is our first ever road live stream, and we're having some internet issues as Warren East's only booster in their gym is directly across from us. In that door you see in about the top right-hand corner of your screen. That's where the only booster is here, so if we buffer, that's why. Jackson, do you have anything to add about the game so far?
We're getting our butts handed to us.
I mean, it's only 5-8, early goings in the game. Here to have some sort of...
Our starting lineups for tonight are Isaac Stansberry, Noah Stansberry, Cade Stinnett, Jack Roberts, and Ben Carroll. Going for that small ball lineup.
Nice steal there by Isaac Stansberry. Isaac actually didn't start. He came in for Cade Stinnett, or Parker Williams, actually. He's got an apparent nosebleed because he's got a tissue in his nose right now. Ooh, nice and one shot there by Ben Carroll. Our stream is healthy, but it's buffering. Okay, never mind. All right. Never mind, I just don't do tech very well. We actually have 0 people watching right now, so the only people that'll hear us is the guys watching film later. So I'll go ahead and
text my mom too. Tell her that we're live.
All right.
Warren East, we hosted
Ooh, nice three-ball there by the Mass Marauder, Isaac Stansberry.
We hosted Warren East for our homecoming. Now they're hosting us for their homecoming. Hopefully we can beat them in both.
Yeah, hopefully. The girls were unable to do the homecoming sweep as they, as we were setting up our tech and working through our technical difficulties, we watched the girls team blow a 10-point lead and Warren East score 30 points in the last 5 minutes, which is absolutely insane.
But I don't think the girls' team is the only one that has defensive lapses. This Greenwood team, 0 people are watching.
Oh, nice board there. Okay, Smith kicks out to Isaac. Gets into the corner. Noah Stansberry, 3-ball. It's now 14-10 in favor of your Gators. Jackson's adjusting the camera a little bit because there's still 0 people watching, except, you know, maybe the guys watching film later on. I don't know. Missed 3-ball there by Maxey. That's a Jack Roberts. Cadeson has the ball. Over to Carroll. Over to Noah. Ball there.
Noah Stansberry, his first, team first. Into the game for Warren East, number 32, Seth Lane, and number 13, Dawson Doyle.
I don't know. The stream's perfectly healthy. It's just buffering on the live end.
Problem solved.
Oh, okay. Whoops. The only issue is it's saying boys and girls because we forgot to change the title before we started. This is boys tonight. There we go. Oh, another 3-ball there by. Are they going to call the basket good or
yeah,
what?
Yeah, that was a timeout call.
Okay, I thought they just. He pointed down to the other end. I thought there was some sort of foul.
Oh, I know. That was Warren East called the timeout.
Okay. About to have an aneurysm right there.
Wait, no. They did call a foul.
They counted the shot though. It went. It's 10-17 Greenwood.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what they called there. Jackson, you're the analyst. Would you like to explain?
I think it was a moving screen called on Ben Carroll.
Well, if it was a moving screen, they probably would have counted the shot.
If it happened after the shot was already off, then it doesn't count.
Okay. Takes it inside. Oh, nice defense there by Ben Carroll, but they can't control the rebound. They control that one after the poor shot there down low. Roberts takes it up. Maxey pokes it loose. He's dribbling it out. Takes it in and misses. Send it over to Roberts. Shoots and scores. Nice little jumper there by Jack Roberts. That's exactly what they need.
I see Jack Roberts, he's already scored twice during this game, and it seems like he's kind of shaking off the dust of the last game where he didn't have a very efficient night, but tonight he's showing his impact that he truly has.
Yeah.
Fouls on Roberts, his first team third. Barber at the line for 2 shots.
And that's Peyton Loggins subbed in for Ben Carroll.
Number 33, Peyton Loggins.
Taking over in that center slot.
Wanted me to send it to your mom, right? There.
If you're just joining us, the score is 19-12 with 1 minute 50 seconds left in favor of your Greenwood Gators. And if we haven't said it already, we'd like to say thank you to Warren East for letting us stream in their gym and hosting us. We appreciate it.
Yes, this is nice. This is a good little practice round for if we are able to stream during the district tournaments. This is hosted here too.
Deep 3 there by Jack Roberts. About how big is the 3-point line in high school?
How long is it? It's same as college. It's not NBA length.
So 14?
It's not 14, so that's almost free throw. Hang on.
It's either
Fouls on Stinnett, his first team 4. Returning for
I think it's 15.
It's 19 feet, 9 inches. That's high school. Ooh, nice rejection there by Peyton Loggins.
Oh, yeah, it would be nice. I'm stupid. Sorry.
Yeah, 15 feet is about free throw range.
Greenwood so far has been playing really, really good defense.
Yes, they have been playing pretty good lockdown defense outside of those 2 lapses with Barber hitting those 2 three-pointers to start the game. They send it over in the corner, takes it in. Appeared to take a bump, but no foul. Almost ran over Coach Pels right there. Oh, nice steal right there. Or actually not a very good pass. That was a good heads-up play to catch it, though. Probably would have flown right off my chest if I were in that situation. All right. Clamming for a travel, but he continued his dribble, so under, the basic rules of dribbling, that's not a travel.
Jack Roberts there calling for a pick.
Kicks it over to Isaac. 3 seconds left. Jack Roberts takes a deep three that misses. Noah Stansberry throws up the semi-desperation. And at the end of one, that was a quick first quarter. It is 19-12 in favor of your Greenwood Gators. We'll be right back with coverage of the second quarter. All right, and we are now live at the start of the second half. It is your Gators in front, 19-12.
Second quarter.
Second quarter, I'm sorry.
Come on, Tucker, we're basketball guys.
Yeah, we are. Nice three-pointer there by Warren East to start
According to Coach Bells, we're recreational basketball guys.
Well, I mean, I'm a rec league bum. I don't know about you, Jackson. Jack Roberts gets a wide open three, steps into it, and scores. Nice shot there by Jack Roberts.
It's the thing that Greenwood is really going to be relying on is their floor spacing. That's one of the, I mean, just you look at every single player on the court right now for Greenwood, every single one of them can shoot three balls.
And that's another Latson defense. That's the third three-point basket he scored to start the game. They've all been with really lax coverage. Rick Roberts takes the reverse layup and misses. Barber takes it back down court, cuts through the defense, shoots, and scores. That's his 11th point now. He's really on fire. Oh, and apparently Parker Williams is playing with some tissues shoved in his nose, probably to stop that nosebleed from earlier.
No, that reminds me of
who?
Steve Nash. You ever seen that play? Playing against the San Antonio Spurs, he got bumped into, slammed his face into the scorer's table, and played the entire rest of the game with a broken nose.
Stansberry takes a shot fake, kicks out to Jack Roberts, takes the shot over to Isaac, back to Jack. Warren East claiming for their boys to make a stop here as they're only down 2 now. Ben Carroll takes a shot and drills it to silence the crowd.
One thing that Greenwood does kind of struggle with though is tunnel vision. When they have the ball, when one of our players has the ball in their hands, they really kind of look only to pass to one of their players. I think if the team expands their court vision, I mean, this team will be on a completely new level.
Because I did notice in the corner Noah was clamoring for the ball a little bit, and they didn't kick it over to him. He did have more than enough space to get off a three.
I mean, Golden State Warriors, they're so dominant, not just because they're able to shoot, but because they know what to do with that shooting.
Yes.
Williams at the line for 2 shots.
First one rolls out.
Returning for Warren East, number 5, Thomas Maxey, and number 11, Bryson Wallace. And for Greenwood, number 33, Peyton Loggins. Also returning for Greenwood, number 21, Cade Stinnett.
Cade Stinnett back into the game for Isaac Stansberry. Barber here, close defense. Throws it off the backboard. Nice defense there by Ben Carroll. Gets it over. Ben Carroll gets the ball at the elbow. Over to Jack. Back to Carroll. Shoots and misses. Off back iron.
Ben Carroll is playing right now. We heard about how he missed last practice because he was sick, and people were wondering how that's going to affect his play tonight. Maybe he's going to be a little bit drained. We don't know, but so far it hasn't really shown in his game.
Yeah, it hasn't really affected him at all. Carter there misses the tough shot off front iron. He was a real X factor in this last game. I can't remember his exact score line, but he was most definitely in the high teens. Ben Carroll shoots straight away and misses. Usually whenever he gets that look in his eye, he's making that shot. Ooh. Number 11, Bryson Wallace just took a tough fall. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah,
but I think he's okay.
He's a senior this year. You don't. That's the worst thing you could see is injuries in the senior year.
Yeah, you really hate to see that.
Wallace at the line for 2 shots.
Stuck our last game. Greenwood played against Allen County. We lost, but it was a hard-fought game throughout. What do you think Greenwood can learn from last game and bring it into this game?
I think they just need to learn to bring defensive intensity on every possession on the floor, because Allen County is a team that really makes you pay if you have a lapse in focus whatsoever. If you aren't able to cover your guy on a trap, he kicks it to a wide open guy and he drills a 3, and that's what they did far too often. That's what Allen County did far too often on Tuesday.
Greenwood does seem to be picking up their defense in this game.
Ooh, nice blow by there by Parker Williams, set up by a pretty good screen.
Warren East isn't really much of a screen team, though. They really rely on isolation moves and the sorts, but Greenwood is definitely a extremely hedge-friendly offense, and that's one thing that they really rely on. While Warren East is more of an athletic team that just looks to that for isolations and for Warren East is definitely a penetration team, is what you would call them.
Ooh, nice shot there by Jack Roberts. I believe that's up to 7 for him now on the day, or on the night, I should say, as it's about 8:30. Kind of a late start due to the girls' game running long. Probably didn't help that the referee called a shooting foul when the game was already over and Greenwood was down by 5. Ooh, granted, we did cut it to 2, so it looks better in the final score. They lost by 1 possession.
That's something I love about Cade Sinet. He fights for every single friggin' rebound. I mean, he doesn't let up. You see him on the floor the most of any player on the basketball court.
Yeah.
That's that intensity that Greenwood really, really needs. One thing I'd like to see more out of Greenwood in this game, though, is the pick and pop. Imagine a pick and roll with Peyton Loggins and Ben Carroll. Ben Carroll is the primary ball handler. I think Ben Carroll tried to call that earlier in the game, and Peyton Loggins went down to the right block. But at the same time, that could be a deadly combination right there, and I really hope that they can exploit that.
Oh, no. That seemed to go right off of East's hand right there, but they're going to call that off Greenwood. All right. You can continue what you're saying, Jackson.
I was just saying that big man shooting is friggin' deadly, and if you're able to use that as much as you possibly can, then, I mean, it's really easy to get ahead in games when you're able to utilize that.
Matlock airballs the shot. Jack Roberts takes it full steam ahead, kicks it over to Peyton Loggins, who shoots the 3, off back iron.
His foot was on the line, but they deemed it out of bounds.
I don't know. My view is obstructed by the bars right there. I'm not quite sure if he touched the baseline or not, but I didn't really have a clear view of it. Maxey has it. Thinks about a 3, kicks it over to Carter, but it's tapped, but he retains possession. Maxey takes it in, shoots. Oh, and the tough layup there with the close defense.
Maxey, he had an extremely big showing last game against us. He was everywhere on the court, whether that was on defense or on offense, and he was able to shoot the ball extremely well. But when we went to halftime, he hit that insane buzzer beater from about half court. Remember that? That was a great play by him. But I think they run their offense completely through Maxey and through Barber. So if they're able to shut them two down, then I think we'll be able to take control of this game. But controlling pace is the main thing that Greenwood really needs to rely on. And that's one thing that they failed to do against Allen County. Against Allen County, they rushed it. They didn't. Maybe they just.
Ooh, nice little pass right there and cut, and he can't finish, but Peyton Loggins gets the rebound and the score.
He stole it out of Carter's hands.
Yeah. It's just a big man layup right there. He's taller than the other guy, so he grabbed the board. Sometimes it is just as simple as that. Matlock shoots it straight away. Oh, nearly misses everything. Barely catches the rim.
If you're just joining us, the score right now is 31-23 with 1 minute left in the half. Wow, 1 minute left in the half. The game is going by quickly.
Yeah, this game is going by quickly. Not a lot of fouls being called, which is a stark contrast compared to the other game where they seem to be calling quite literally everything.
Unless your player got elbowed in the face by the other team. And
yeah. I was talking about the girls' game. I wasn't talking about the previous Allen County game where Cade Sinnott took a good old elbow to the noggin and they didn't call anything.
I don't think it was such a noggin.
Isaac Sansbury gets a wide open shot and drills it yet again. That's up to double digits for the Mass Marauder, if I'm counting correctly, but I have a low A in stats right now, so I'm not too sure if I'm all that good at math.
You're not.
And I'm talking about the dual credit stats where all the tests are open notes, so really you should only get 100s. Stansbury takes it up court, waves off the open shots from his brother.
One thing that Greenwood really was missing in their last game was off-ball defense. Allen County was really just able to move everywhere around the court. I mean, with their off-ball screens and all the stuff.
Oh, Jack Roberts almost drills the shot at the end of the half.
Back to what I was saying. Greenwood has really been able to just move off of these screens that Warren East is laying down and able to just play better defense. And I think that's going to be the X factor in this game, is just whoever is able to control the other team's offense, because both these teams are really explosive. Both these teams know how to put the ball in the basket. But I think I'll be the X factor's defense for this game.
Yeah, well, at the half, it is currently in favor of your Greenwood Gators. It is 34-23. Seems like they're spoiling homecoming night so far. We'll be right back with a little bit of halftime discussion. All right, we're back from Warren East High School with our little halftime discussion. There's about 3:30 left before the second half starts. Jackson, what do you think the key has been so far for Greenwood to jump out to this 34-23 lead?
I can't really tell because it's been going on so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been some of the most fast-paced basketball I've seen yet this school year.
Yeah.
I mean, so far it's really just been about the three-point shooting for Greenwood. I mean, that sounds like a stereotypical answer because that's basically what we say every single time. But, I mean, that's really what Greenwood bases their entire offense around is the three ball, and they've been using it to perfection during this game.
Yep, Isaac Stansberry already has three-point field goals, and there's a few more that I just haven't been keeping count of.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's been fast-paced. The refs have just been letting them play. They've barely called anything except for a few guys getting absolutely clobbered.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of my sayings is just let them play. I mean, sometimes that's beneficial, sometimes that's negative. I mean, look at the NFC Championship. But, I mean, but the best way to beat out a physical brand of basketball is to not be physical, and I think Greenwood has really encapsulated that. They've just been sitting around the perimeter. They've been doing a 4-out, 1-in sort of brand of basketball right now, and it's working out for them, honestly.
Yeah. So especially since that three-point shot is falling. They really struggled sometimes with the perimeter in the previous matchup with Warren East, which is probably why that game was a lot closer contested.
One thing I'd like to see from Greenwood, though, is a little bit more zone defense. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, I think Warren East really plays a penetration type of offense where they drive into the lane, they either kick it out to the perimeter, or they go up for a scoop layup, anything like that. But I think that what I would like to see by Greenwood is a little bit more zone defense. They don't really have that many perimeter threats on Warren East. Number 13, who's not on Warren East's roster, and Barber. Those are the two main three-point shooters for Warren East. But other than that, it's extremely, extremely depleted when it comes to perimeter shooting.
Well, Caleb Matlock's a pretty good threat from deep, too. He had a few big shots in our previous matchup.
During this game, he's been ice cold, though. I think so far he's 1 for 4 from 3.
I think part of that can just be attributed to that man-to-man defense. He's always had a hand in his face.
It's a double-edged sword. Either defense you play, if you play zone defense or if you play man-to-man defense, there's going to be negatives, there's going to be positives to both of them. So it just matters how you play them. That's really.
I mean, if you've got the other team on pace to only score 46 points, I don't think you need too many tweaks defensively.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah. All right. I think we should just ramble on for the next 40 seconds or just mute it for a little bit. All right.
So, you enjoying the weather?
I mean, it's a little cold. I'd appreciate if it would snow because I'm pretty tired of getting up in the morning.
What player's been so most impressive for you? You could be bipartisan in this one. It could either be a Warren East player or a Greenwood player. Nobody's watching anyway, so it's not like your answer matters.
Barber's been really good in both facets of the game. He's drilled a bunch of three-point shots, and he's taken it to the rack a few times. He's probably been circled on Coach Pell's clipboard over the half as far as how to stop him.
Who's the player you want to see more out of?
I don't know. We haven't seen too much out of Cateston in this game. He's had a few good boards, 1 or 2 good shots.
Cateston, that's what I call a glue guy. Do you know who Dennis Johnson is?
Ooh, nice pass right there to start the half.
Played for the Boston Celtics in the 80s.
Dennis Johnson. No.
No, well, he's an old player, but he played on the Phoenix Suns and the Seattle Supersonics, and he was an amazing player, and then he went and got traded to the Celtics and took a more role-playing type of role. And Larry Bird said that Dennis Johnson is the greatest player he's ever played with him. Larry Bird played with Bill Walton, he played with Kevin McHale, and he played with Robert Parrish, all these amazing players, and he still said that Dennis Johnson is the greatest player he's played with. Because the thing about Dennis Johnson is he made every single other player on the court around him so much better. And I think that's kind of what Cateston's impact is on the court. Even if he doesn't get that many points, even if he doesn't get that many rebounds, assists, whatever you want to call it, I think that him being on the court, his presence on the court just makes everybody else better. Considering he's just a freshman and he's already able to do that on the basketball court, just blows me away, honestly, and makes me really excited for his Greenwood team in the future.
Tough foul there on Ben Carroll. Or it wasn't on him, it was actually on Ryan Carter. I was just saying that he fell to the floor pretty hard right there, but he got right back up. Seems to be ready to go.
Yeah, that's another player I kind of want to see more out of, though, is Ryan Carter. He played extremely well, like you said, in the last matchup against Greenwood. He was shooting extremely well from the perimeter. In this game, he hasn't had the ball in his hands. I don't know if that's just good defense by Greenwood or if that's just him not getting the rock dish to him.
Well, they have him lined up a little bit differently than they did in the previous game. They have him up top around the charity stripe for most of the line.
Blocking foul called on Noah Stansberry, even though he had his feet set. And Maxey lowered his shoulder. But, you win some, you lose some.
And it almost feels like we've already hit our total for fouls for the half, because another three there by Barber. That's up to 14 for him now.
You might have to think if there needs to be a defensive adjustment. Stinnett has been the main defender on Barber, and maybe switch Jack Roberts onto him, maybe switch somebody more lengthy. I mean, Parker Williams, maybe, I don't know, but right now the defense on Barber is just not cutting it.
And that's probably the first miss from him tonight, but he gets his own board. You really like to see those 3-and-D guys at high school that are just really strong, can play good defense and shoot the three. It's almost a complete package. Oh, what a block there by Bryson Wallace. That's who it was.
Cade Stinnett needs to invest in some knee pads. He's been he's been hitting the floor every single second he's on the court. Golly.
Let's hope we don't see another blown double-digit lead. That'd probably be a little morale breaker for us broadcasters to have to watch too. There's no wood up here. I'll be right back. I'm just kidding for the folks at home. Warren East has now cut it to single digits to 38-31, still in favor of your Gators, but it's a little bit closer. Jack Roberts takes it in though and scores. That's his 6th point of the half. Another score right there by Warren East, and they've cut it back to a 7-point game. It's 40-33 with 5:20 remaining in the third quarter. Score is still in favor of your Gators here on the road. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Scores in favor of your Greenwood Gators here at Warren East High School is 40-33. About 5:10 remaining in the quarter. Third quarter, that is, if you're just joining us. Ben Carroll gets the ball down low, and it's fouled pretty hard by Barber. Did they call that on the floor?
Greenwood's been doing really good this game. I mean,
they called that on the floor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he looked to be in the act of shooting to me, but he's a lot closer to the play than I am, so I'll trust his judgment a little more. Stansberry in the corner.
I mean,
over to
I know they say, like, if it's
oh, nice shot there by Ben Carroll.
If it ain't broke, then don't fix it. And, I mean, obviously Greenwood ahead 43-33. Obviously it's not broke, and obviously they don't need to fix their offense.
Yeah.
I think they could be doing so much more. Their off-ball movement on offense has seemed a little lackadaisical. I feel like they could be doing a lot more. Their off-ball screens, their passing in general, off-ball has really been lacking. That moving Noah Stansberry and moving Jack Roberts into the corners, opening them up. That's one thing that this offense thrives on when it actually happens. And so far this game, they've just really been lacking in that area. I mean, we're ahead by 10, but if we were utilizing that off-ball movement, I mean, off-ball screens, handoffs, things like that, I think we would be 20 points ahead.
I think they've just taken their foot off the gas a little bit. Ooh, Seth Blaine gets it down low. Nice move and one. All right.
That was a great series of events there. Matlock dishing the rock to Blaine.
That was good ball moving. I'm just not quite sure where the foul was. Noah Stansberry exchanging words with the referee right now about it.
Foul is on Noah Stansberry, his third,
His
team second.
I guess he caught his arm
Stansberry
going
brothers argue like their dad does against refs.
Yep. If they must have, apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. It seems pretty well every game Rick Stansberry is about to pull a Bob Knight and throw a chair.
And that's Isaac Stansberry subbed in for his little brother, Noah Stansberry.
Who?
Isaac Stansberry, the senior this year, and Noah Stansberry, the sophomore.
It's 43 to 35 in favor of your Gators still. About 4 minutes remaining. Jump shot here from Jack Roberts, clangs off back iron. Nice pass down low and
Yeah,
foul.
there was definitely a foul.
Again, my view
He
is
had
obstructed
his
by the
hands-
bars.
He had his hands both over both of his forearms. That was
Yeah.
definitely a foul.
My view was obstructed by the bars. It looked like all ball. Granted, I also did not see his hands, so.
Blaine at the line for 2 shots.
If you're just joining us, this is Greenwood High School TV, and Greenwood is currently ahead 43 to 35 with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Doesn't matter how many people are watching us. It's good practice.
Yeah, it is good practice.
I mean, when we're actually in the district tournament, we're probably going to have
yeah.
a lot of, well, not a lot of viewers, but quite a few viewers.
Ben Carroll coming in for Cade Stinnett. Seth Blaine taking the second of 2 free throws. He'll look to cut the deficit to 6. And he does. It's 43-37 in favor of your Gators. Now Raiders are slowly chipping away.
See, you know, it's kind of, I kind of understand why it's hard in broadcasting, because right now it really, it's like there's a lot of stuff I'd like to say, but I don't want to say it.
Jumper by Roberts almost appears to go out, and then it gets the shooter's drop, and we go under on a Barber screen again, but we don't pay for it this time. He misses.
Like, you know how those professional sports broadcasts are able to do that, like, yellow outlining?
Yeah.
Like, sir, I want to know how to do that.
Loose ball foul. It's a little bit uncharacteristic of the officiating tonight. They've really been laissez-faire as far as the fouls have been going. But I'm pretty sure they just misused laissez-faire, but Miss Elmore's not here, so she can't correct me. Or Miss Gutton for that matter.
Been pretty laissez-faire. And shot by Noah Stansberry. And
he drills it. Nice shot there by Noah Stansberry. That brings it back out to 11. It's 48-37 now in favor of your Gators. Barber gets it up top. Roberts playing a little bit closer defense. Probably learned his lesson now. Maxey takes it in and makes the tough layup. That's the kind of athleticism that he just always displays, whether it's on the football field or the basketball court. Dude is just a insane athlete. Noah Stansberry drills himself open and drills another three-pointer. It's now 51-39 in favor of your Gators. Really good dribble move to take away the defense of Seth Blaine. Wheeler in the corner, and he drills a three. That cuts it back to single digits. It's 51-42 now. We got about a minute 45 remaining in the third quarter. Jack Roberts takes it down low and gets it to Peyton Loggins. Nice pass there, and he scores. It's back up to double digits. Matlock gets it, takes it inside on Loggins, kicks it over to Barber, who shoots again, and it goes off back iron. But East recovers, and then, oh, it was a nice little pass there. Oh, no. There you go. That's the intentional foul. I'm not quite sure why he did that. Neither Carroll nor Loggins were on the plays. I mean, the only justification he could have done is that he was going to dunk it and completely silence the crowd, but neither Carroll nor Loggins were trailing, so unless you want to see a dunk from the Master Marauder Isaac Stansberry, I don't quite know why he did that. Guess he just let his emotions get the best of him there.
I mean, they are losing 11.
Yeah.
Score update. It's 53-42. It's a minute and 16 seconds left.
Well, it's 54-42 after Noah Stansberry makes that free throw.
What's Ben Carroll doing?
Oh, yeah, it's showing on the camera. Yeah. Second one rims out, I think.
And if you all like this camera angle, you better get used to it, because if we make it to the district tournament, well, we're obviously going to make it to the district tournament.
This is where we're going to be streaming because Greenwood has, Warren East Gym has nowhere else for us to stream. It's not like Greenwood that has a much larger gym and where it has a double-deckered seating. You know, you got to think, unless they just rotate, I'm not quite sure why East is hosting it, because they probably had the worst gym to host. Even though it is kind of, it does look nice. It's just not very big to host a district tournament.
Yeah,
you got to think you have 5 schools here. Jackson, we just lost audio.
No, we didn't.
Are you sure?
Yes. Tucker, you're ruining the integrity of our stream for our one viewer.
I'm so sorry. But now we can't hear each other over the headphones. Why would we do that?
Well, because you don't want to, because if you turn it up like this, then it's going to be too loud on the
okay.
that thing. So I'm going to have it a little bit.
All right.
So it'll sound super grainy.
All right.
I'll keep it there.
Foul right there on Isaac Stansberry. It's his first and the team's fourth. Your Gators are currently ahead 56-42 with 35 remaining in the third. This third quarter feels like it's gone by just as long as the entire game.
This third
Parker
quarter
Williams takes it in, kicks it out to
quite a
Jack
bit,
Roberts, who thinks about a jumper, but wisely decides not to, is they'll just hold it out for the last shot of the quarter.
So right there on that possession, on the left side, I know we're probably going to score on this possession, but on that left side, it was a perfect opportunity for Kate Stinnett to just sit down an off-ball screen. Noah Stansberry could have run up at the top of the key, had a wide-open jumper right there.
Well, Jack Roberts makes the shot anyway. And at the end of the third quarter, your Greenwood Gators are ahead here at Warren East, 58-42. We'll be right back with coverage of the fourth quarter. All right, and we are back here at Warren East. It's not really a good colloquial term to call it like we call our home court the Swamp. What would be a good home theme for the Raiders? The pirate ship? No.
Pirate ship?
I mean, Raiders, Pirates, it's kind of the same thing.
Their logo is a guy riding on a horse.
So the stable. We'll call it the stable. That's what the... You know, the Blue Raiders are a horse theme. They call Middle Tennessee State, that is.
The porta potty.
That's kind of rude. I mean, it is large and blue, so.
I don't know what to call them. I just think there's a lot of defensive lapses by Warren East that Greenwood really isn't capitalizing on. I think they could be doing a lot more. See, that's what I was talking about. They made a defensive adjustment, and that from the first half to the second half, Jack Roberts is now guarding Barber. He's probably his primary defender for the rest of the game. I like that defensive adjustment by Coach Bells.
Just now entering the game is Braden Warlow. for his first minutes of the game.
Because with a good shooter like Barber, you want somebody who's lengthy, somebody who's just who's lengthy. I mean, doesn't matter if that's tall or big wingspan. I mean, you just want to be able to limit their ability to shoot.
That's 10 total fouls now. It's quite a bit more than we had in the first half. If you're just joining us, there's about 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Your Greenwood Gators are ahead 58-44.
And Parker Williams blocked right there. Rebound by Ben Carroll.
Isaac Stansbury takes a shot fake, takes it in, kicks it over to wide open Ben Carroll, who takes it in and draws the foul. He'll be going to the line for 2.
That'll be the 5th foul on Warren East now. And the 3rd foul on Carter. Our one loyal viewer.
Thank you.
We don't know who you are, but we love you.
Ben Carroll sinks the Ben Carroll sinks the first of 2.
I'll see what that button did.
It is 60-44 right now. Ryan Carter takes a 3, and it goes off front iron. Board there by Isaac Stansbury. As I was saying, it's now 60-44. Your Gators are up 16.
What NBA grade also wears number 41 like Ryan Carter?
41. That's a Dirk.
Yes, it is.
I believe.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Jack Roberts here on Bryson Wheeler. Takes it in. Over to Isaac.
So there's no reason for both of those players to be in the corner right there.
And scores. Nice 3 ball there by Ben Carroll. It's a 19-point lead for your Gators now. Barber seems to be frustrated with something. Ooh, nice crossover move. Oh, he is cooking him up.
Putting him in a blender.
Yeah, good thing he wasn't able to take that to the rack. Seemed to cross over right into where Ryan Carter was standing. Matt Locke gets the semi-open 3, and it clangs off the front iron and rims out.
Ben Carroll may not be the biggest rebounding threat in the league, but by that, I mean, yes, he can get a lot of rebounds, but the main thing that he's extremely good at is getting tip-outs, being able to.
Ooh, Isaac Stansbury gets another 3-pointer. Oh.
Being able to jump up for the ball and being able to sling it out to a Greenwood teammate rather than jumping up and getting possession of the ball.
Ben Carroll just a little bit too aggressive on the pass right there. Bumps into Barber. That's his 3rd and the team's 7th. Might be another reason why this second half has felt quite a bit longer. There have been a lot more fouls called.
Yeah, that's 17 fouls on Greenwood and 5 team fouls on
Warren East.
So
We got our host Jim. Their name's kind of all over here. Yeah. Got it on both baselines. Ow. Y'all don't have visual on us. You just hit me with a pen. It'll be Barber to the line for 2. Oh, 1 in the bonus, excuse me. He was fouled on the floor.
And if you're just joining us, the score is 63-45 with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game.
Barber there, called for a reaching. He's getting a little bit frustrated. Probably would have liked this homecoming night to have gone a little bit better. You know, with homecoming, you've got usually the biggest crowd of the season whenever you're not really a basketball school. So you wanted to put a good show on for the crowd, and this just hasn't been there for Warren East tonight. They're trailing by 18. Nothing's been really going well for them on offense other than Barber shooting. That's really cooled off here in the second half.
I think Barber's focusing on the after party rather than the game.
Close defense there on Isaac Stansbury by Wheeler. Cade Sinnott takes it in on Matlock. Shoots. Oh, what a
great block right there.
Helps him back up. Some nice sportsmanship right there instead of just staring at him, as normally you should do after an emphatic rejection like
what
that.
What you do is you finger wag and no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd do that, but I don't want to leave my rec games in a body bag. Sinnott kicks it over to Stansberry. Top of the key, takes the screen. And Wheeler called for the blocking foul. It's his first.
We have an 18-point lead now. I didn't even realize that we were ahead that much.
Hope you never know. They could pull a Western versus Mississippi Valley State. Good old Delta Devils blowing a 15-point lead in the NCAA tournament in front of the British Prime Minister and Barack Obama, if you remember that game, back in 2012. Team was headed by the predecessor to Rick Stansberry, Ray Harper. Or was it Roy Harper?
Ray Harper.
And he really cares. He's coaching Jacksonville State now. I don't think anybody's heard it from him since he left Western. Anyway, your Gators are ahead 65-45 now with about 4:50 remaining. Oh, nice steal there by Isaac Stansberry. He takes it in and scores. Ooh. Nice shot there by Isaac. He's really shown up tonight. He's got to be into the mid to high teens in scoring now. Warlow there with a wide open three. That's his first points of the game. He cuts it back below 20. You know the game's going bad when you can consider that a positive. I'm saying in Warren East perspective anyway. Greenwood calls a timeout here. Coach Pell's apparently not pleased with how they're breaking the press. And with about 4:23 remaining, your Greenwood Gators are ahead 67-48. We'll be right back after this timeout.
And we're back. If you're just joining us, the score is 67-48 in favor of the Greenwood Gators with 4.5 minutes left in the game. Hey Tucker, I have a question. Have you ever seen the movie We Are Marshall, starring Matthew McConaughey?
Could you repeat the title of that? I couldn't hear you over the band.
We Are Marshall.
Oh, We Are Marshall. I've actually not seen that movie before. I really need to.
Well, there's one scene in that movie where he says, where the coach tells him to play until the whistle blows, and every single player plays as rough as plays as hard as they possibly can, even though it's a practice, even though it's at the end of practice. I think that's something that Coach Pels is probably talking about, how Greenwood is kind of playing sloppy right now and not playing good defense. And I think he's saying just play until the whistle blows. I mean, I know it's late. They definitely have the game in the bag by now. But, I mean, he's probably just telling them play until the whistle blows, keep playing hard. I mean, doesn't matter what the score is, you're still playing basketball.
Ooh, nice block there by Wheeler. East has really been active on those blocks here in the second half, even though Greenwood has gone out to a larger lead. Ball is lost out of bounds off of Wheeler. East has now enacted the full court press. They've been in that for a while. Greenwood appears to be content with just kicking it around the perimeter for a while, letting a few more time roll off the clock, and a foul there by Wardlow, excuse me. Gators are still ahead by 19, 67-48 with about 3:28 remaining. Ben Carroll at the line for two.
Ben Carroll shooting 2.
And he makes the first one.
So the WKU PA announcer says,
yes.
Ben Carroll shooting 2.
And he makes both. It is now 69-48 in favor of your Gators. A very nice score. Matlock takes it in. Tried to get the bucket on the continuation, but it's swatted there by Ben Carroll. He'll be going to the line for one in the bonus, I believe. Not quite yet there to the double bonus.
Did you know it's possible for a basketball player to score 5 points in one play?
No, I did not.
If a player shoots a three, makes it, gets fouled on the play, and they make their free throw, and a technical foul is called on the other team, that means that they also get to shoot the technical foul free throw, and they're able to score 5 points in one possession.
It's nice.
It's the rarest play in basketball history. It's only happened twice in NBA history.
And this is the front end of the one-on-one. It's still 69-48 in favor of your Gators. Nice little bucket there by Chandler Wilson. It's now 71-48. Number 23, Jordan Jones, is now getting his first playing time of the day. He shares the name with the Kentucky linebacker by the same name.
Good inbound play there by Isaac Stansberry, keeping it in.
Safe play. Not really inbounds.
Well, keeping it inbounds.
Yeah. Here's Josh Potter and Lance Upright headed to the scorer's table. And Mo Hoffner is coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Jack
Isaac
Roberts
Stansberry
passes
wide
up
open.
on the open shot.
Calling for the ball.
Yeah, those are cross-court passes you really got to be suspect on. I guess Greenwood is running some sort of a modification of the triangle offense with Roberts, Williams, and Stansberry in the corner over there. It's a very odd triangle formation, though, as usually your two other points in the triangle or at least one is inside of the arc. But Greenwood's up 71-48, so I'm not going to question Coach Pell's decision-making. He's been around basketball quite a bit longer than I have.
He's been on the world for quite a lot longer than
you. And he knows basketball far better than I do.
I'm going to be secretly a 30-year-old man who got white hair extensions. No, not white hair. Not yet. Gray hair.
Yeah. And Parker Williams sinks both shots. It's
I asked Isaac Stansberry today, star of the Greenwood basketball team. He said that, and he said that I asked him how confident he was in this game. He said about 60%. But so, I mean, looking at how Greenwood has played tonight, I mean, he should have said 160%.
Nice shot there by Logan Sanders. That's his first points of the game. Hoffner takes it in, and this is the layup. Chandy comes up with a loose ball, shoots, and scores. It's 4 points for him now in the night. It's 75-51 in favor of your Gators, a minute 30 remaining. Lance Upright dives to the ball, misses it. Mo Hoffner comes up with it and called for the travel, although he was knocked down. Not quite sure how that works. I mean, I guess he did travel by the by the definition of the rule, but he was knocked.
Oh, with the game winding down.
And Josh Potter just fouled a three-point shooter.
With the game winding down, Tucker, who has been the most impressive player for you tonight, Tucker?
I think the player that's played most efficiently, and by my count, has scored the most points, or at least he's top two in that category, scored in the high teens. And I think he's my Chick-fil-A player of the game. First time he's received this honor.
Well, my player of the game would probably have to be Jack Roberts. It's just there were questions about how he's going to wrap up the senior year. I mean, he had that hand injury, and he seemed kind of shaky against Todd County his first game back. We commentated on that game too. Last week we said it was rushing possessions. I mean, this game he's looked extremely good. I mean, he isn't rushing possessions. He's letting the game come to him like we talked about last week. I mean, That's the thing that Greenwood prides themselves on, is being able to control the pace of the game. And number 55 getting subbed in for Greenwood.
It's Gage Turner, actually, a former co-worker at Subway. Worked there about 3 weeks and then quit after they wouldn't let him go to church. Or not that they wouldn't let him, they just repetitively scheduled him on Sunday and said, you know what, I'm out of here.
Well, that's a
I
story.
wish I had that luxury, but I got
But back
car
to Jack
payments.
Roberts, I think Jack Roberts has done a better job letting the game come to him. I mean, just not rushing possessions.
Oh, nice steal there by Lance Upright. Takes it in, shoots, and clings off back iron. Hoffner gets the board, misses. Chandy gets the board, and makes the and one shot.
But
Nice
yeah,
shot there by
Jack
Chandler
Roberts,
Wilson.
definitely my player of the game. He took a few ill-informed threes at the beginning of the game, or a little bit too deep. I mean, those are like 25 footers at one point. But I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, he really impressed me this game. I mean, he impresses you pretty much every game he plays.
And one free throw goes off back iron.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. We're winning by
Yeah, we're struggling here a little bit.
25. So.
Got about 40 seconds remaining. It's knocked out of bounds off Warren East.
That Greg Turner guy, not Greg Turner.
Gage Turner.
Gage Turner. I was going to say he reminds me of Greg Ostertag, but Saxon, they call him Greg Turner. What about Gage Ostertag? How about that for a nickname?
Nice little nickname. Oh, nice shot there by Lance Upright.
Nice hit by Upright.
Three-pointer there, clings off back iron. Nan Patel controls the rebound.
That ref is really short. Wait, whoops.
And they are dribbling out the clock now. And now it is now final here at Greenwood. They spoil Warren East homecoming night. They win here at Warren East 79-52. I think that's it for us commentating on the game, but stay tuned. We have a post-game player interview. We'll be right back.
So, Cade, pretty good game tonight. You all beat Warren East by 26 points. I mean, it was a great showing by you all. You didn't get much in the scoring column, but, I mean, you supplied a lot. You were pretty much hustling every single play down there. I mean, just what's your mentality when you go into the game? I mean, you jumped for every single rebound and played the hardest on defense. So just what's your mentality on defense? Or
Well, I mean, starting at the beginning of the season, I didn't really score a lot, so I was just trying to get rebounds and stuff. And then as I started, I've been in double figures and stuff. So now tonight was like the beginning of the season. I couldn't really get anything just to go, so I just tried to get every rebound, just play good defense.
how have you adapted to being a starting player in the varsity lineup as a freshman this year? I mean, you're smack dab right in the middle of it. How have you been able to adjust to that this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. Everyone's been really supportive of me, and I just had to get used to the speed and the physicality because it's completely different from middle school and all that. So I've kind of got used to that. That's how I've done it.
So I was talking to Tucker earlier, and I was saying that you have no idea who this guy is, but his name's Dennis Johnson. He's played for the Celtics. I was saying that you're basically the spark plug for this team. I mean, you can feel the impact when you're playing on the court. I mean, both on defense and on offense. Just shoot, I forgot what I was going to ask you. Oh, I told you the question I was going to ask him. What was I going to say? Well, I completely forgot. I'm sorry it has to end this way, but that's the end of the interview. I only had 2 questions ready. I'm sorry.
All right, you're good.
Well, have a nice night.
All right, you too.